April 15th, 2026, A Meditative Life. Even the crumbs of grace falling on the ground are enough. Beloved saints, have you rested into the peace of the Lord today? As we live, when something we desperately desire is rejected, we often suffer deep heartbreak and wounded pride. Especially when that rejection comes from someone we trusted and relied on, the disappointment is beyond words. Today, the story of a woman in the Bible shows us what incredible humility and persistent faith look like, which the world's perspective can hardly understand. A Gentile woman came to Jesus, who had left the land of Israel and was staying in the region of Tyre. She was a pitiful mother with a young daughter suffering from an evil spirit. The woman fell at Jesus' feet and earnestly begged him to heal her daughter. We expect that a merciful Lord would naturally grant that desperate cry shouted with a mother's tearing heart. However, the answer that came from the Lord's mouth was truly cold and shocking. Jesus said, "First let the children eat all they want, for it is not right to take the children's bread and toss it to the dogs." Borrowing the custom of the Jews at that time, distinguishing and calling Gentiles, he flatly rejected her plea. As a human being and as a mother, unbearable insult and shame must have rushed into an ordinary person would have turned away into anger or fallen into despair. But this woman's faith was harder than the wall of rejection. She seized even the Lord's cold words as an opportunity for grace. The woman bowed her head and confessed, "Lord, you are right, but even the dogs under the table eat the children's crumbs." Beloved, what amazing humility this is. She did not put her pride forward. While acknowledging that she was a lowly being, like a dog, she wholly trusted only into the Lord's mercy. Even if it was not the whole bread that the children eat, just please allow even the small crumbs of grace falling under the table. That persistent and humble plea. Jesus was deeply moved by the woman's profound faith. "For such a reply, you may go. The demon has left your daughter." The Lord did not intend to break her pride, but to reveal to the world the jewel-like faith hidden within her. How is our prayer today? Are you stopping your prayers, resenting the Lord because you are not answered at the time and into the way you want? Like the Syrophoenician woman, let us humbly acknowledge our lowliness, trust only into the Lord's mercy, and seek the crumbs of grace to the end. The Lord will never turn away from our humble cries and will answer us with the best. Meditation and application. The first meditation is trusting the Lord beyond wounded pride. I must look back to see if, when my earnest prayer is not immediately answered or the situation rather worsens, I have lost my trust into the Lord and am captivated by wounded pride. Like the Syrophoenician woman, even into the moment of rejection, am I fully believing into the Lord's mercy and bowing humbly? Today, let us offer a prayer of repentance and resolution, asking to have a humble faith that expects only the goodness of the Lord, confessing, "Lord, you are right," rather than resenting even into situations that do not go my way. The second meditation is having the earnestness to seek even the crumbs of grace. I must look back to see whether I am treating the Lord's grace as a right I naturally deserve, or if I am confessing that even the small grace given to a lowly person like me is a blessing I cannot bear. Do I have the humility to earnestly seek even the small crumb-like grace falling under the table, like the Syrophoenician woman? Today, let us humbly acknowledge our powerlessness before problems we cannot possibly solve on our own, and live a blessed day, keeping the place of prayer to the end, seeking the crumbs of life that only the Lord can give.